the gate swings open and we are set to go with our first competitor. This is the number 77 of Avery Bean. Ran in first practice, but did not come out to take a time in second practice. So with no official time on the sheet, we'll have to qualify first. Avery Bean joining us from Cornish, New Hampshire. And the first lap will go down as 10.86 seconds. Now, in practice, the fastest drivers were down in the 10.3, 10.4 second. Avery Bean's fastest will be a 10.825. X. This one is driven by John Diotti from Sherman, Connecticut. Gets the green flag from Bobby Timmons. First lap for Diotti comes in at 11.009. Gonna have to pick it up here on the second lap. Just a little bit better, but not quite enough to get by Avery Bean. That comes in at a 10.864. Next on the track, the number 73, driven by Cody Bodwell from Farmington, New Hampshire. Bodwell gets the green. He'll throw in his first official lap this time by, and that is an 11.44 second lap. As I said, you're going to have to be down under 10.5 seconds to have a sniff at the top 8 positions. Those drivers going straight to the A main. Bodwell's best is an 11.445. Next up, one of the regulars here at LST Motorsports Park. This is the number 41 of Stan Thompson out of Hollis. Thompson gets the green flag and will put together his first lap. Thompson coming in second in points in the Masters Champ division here at LST. Thompson throws in the third best lap so far at 11.262. Avery Bean still at the top, but it is still early for the number 77. Next up, the number 28 of James Doucette from Skowhegan. James, a kart racer here, but also a late model sportsman driver at Wiscasset and Speedway 95 on a regular basis. Doucette's first lap, 11.50. A little bit better, comes in at 11.256 to put him third fastest. So with the first 5 in the books, Avery Bean still first, John Diotti second, James Doucette third. Next on the track, Josh Bickford out of Rockland. Bickford's warm-up lap pretty good. Let's see how his first official lap comes in at a 10.939. As the third fastest on the first lap. Not much better, but a little bit. 10.924. Secures him in the third position to this point. Next up is the number 7 of Jonathan Vargas, the defending champion from last season here at LST Motorsports. Vargas from Portland. Gets the white flag. First lap, 11.29. Gonna have to pick it up here in the second lap. Checkers up. And Vargas brings it in with an 11.20 second lap. That puts him fourth fastest. Bounces James Doucette down to fifth. Remember, we're taking the top 8 qualifiers here in time trials straight to the main event, but they will be subject to a redraw for those top 8 positions. Stephen Roulet in the number 18. Roulet joining us from Haverhill, Massachusetts. First lap, Roulet goes right to the top of the chart, 10.762. Second lap, not quite as good as the first one. That 10.762 will stand as his best lap and puts him at the top of the speed chart in the early going of this one. First 8 carts have been out. Next up, Mike Ramsey in the number 2. Mike is the current points leader in the Masters Champ division here at LST Motorsports Park. Already with a couple feature wins this season. Mike coming from Dayton, Maine. His first lap was at 11.157, a little bit better on the second lap, 11.034, puts him 5th fastest. Next up on the track is Kyle Lorraine in the number 76, another one of the regular competitors here in Richmond as the sun comes out on his first lap. Lorraine's first lap will come in at 11.041. Second lap a little bit better, but only will bounce him up 1 position. Comes in at 11.01. Puts him 5th fastest. Stan Thompson and Cody Bodwell have already been kicked out of the top 8. Positions 9 through 34 on the speed chart here in time trials will fill the field for our 3 heat races. Darren Miranda is in the number 13. Darren out of Etna, Maine. First lap at 11.309. And that second lap, a little bit better, 11.146, puts him 7th fastest, gets him inside that top 8 for the time being. That'll bounce James Doucette out of the top 8. Next up, Josh Bath, another one of the regulars here. Josh out of Arundel. Gets the green flag from Bobby Timmons and will set sail on his first official lap. Josh Bath right to the top of the sheet on the first lap, 10.714. Second lap, just a little bit better. He'll go in officially at a 10.689. So that puts Josh Bath first on the score sheet to this point with our first 12 drivers in the books. Adam Joslin in the number 83. Adam from Harrison, Maine. One of the hometown drivers here. Joslin's first lap at a 10.852. That puts him 4th fastest. We'll lock him in the top 8 so far. Checkers remain there in the 4th position. That 10.852 will stand up. The second lap a little bit slower. Next driver to take time will be Nate Fogg in the number 14. Nate coming from Gray. Another one of the JM Builder sponsored carts. JM Builder's one of your presenting sponsors today of the DKR 50. Nate Fogg comes in on his first lap at a 10.889, 6th fastest. Moves up one more position, picked up just a couple 100ths on the second lap, so Nate Fogg will settle into the 5th position. That will bounce Mike Ramsey out of the top 8. All right, this is, we had a driver change, I believe, in this one. Hopefully I'm correct in saying this. Howard Stockwell now driving the number 96. It was originally going to be Kip Stockwell, but Howard's number 37 is scratched, so taking the wheel of the 96. Throws down a first lap, 11.070. Second lap, quite a bit better, moves him up to 3rd fastest with a 10.782. That'll bounce Kyle Lorraine out of the top 10, top 8 that is. Willie Pilot is the next driver in the number 13. Willie joining us all the way from Concord, North Carolina this afternoon. First lap of 11.040. Second lap not as fast, so that 11.040 stands. That puts him 11th fastest, not able to crack the top 10. Next up is the number 10 of Daryl Morse out of Hollis. Daryl, another one of the regulars here at the home track. Darrell's first lap puts him 9th best at 10.994. Does a couple tenths better. Actually jumps him up to 2nd fastest with a 10.755. So that'll move Darrell Morse into 2nd, dropping Josh Bickford out of the top 8. Adrian Berry the next on the track. John Diotti, the driver, on the bubble in the 8th position. Adrian Berry's first lap, 11.340. A little bit better, throws an extra tenth in there, 11.207. Not good enough to get him in the top 8. That puts him 15th fastest. Even though drivers not able to get into the top 8, they're still racing for starting position in our heat races. And you definitely want to be near the front, as these will be short 20-lap heat races. 15-lap heat races, sorry about that. Even quicker. This is the number 76, or no, sorry, 25. David Goley in the number 25 from Loudon, New Hampshire. He was the winner here on Friday night, but only able to throw down the 10th fastest lap at a 10.925. John Diotti remains on the bubble in the number 28X as our next competitor rolls out the 76X of Ryan Roof. Ryan here from Keene, New Hampshire. Decent warm-up lap for Ryan, and even better first lap at a 10.769, 4th best on his first lap. And that lap time will remain, as the second lap was not quite as good. So 10.769 throws Ryan Roof into the 4th position, and that bounces John Diotti out of the top 8. Nate Fogg is now the driver on the bubble. Number 16, Brandon Teasy, or Tiezi. I hope we can get confirmation on the pronunciation of his last name, but Brandon joining us from Johnston, Rhode Island. He ran this race last year, finished 3rd, and throws in the 3rd fastest lap on lap number 1. Second lap, a 10.7 flat, puts him 2nd fastest. Josh Bath still at the top of the sheet. Brandon Teasy is your 2nd place car right now. Darrell Morse 3rd. Stephen Roulet is in 4th. Ryan Roof 5th. And here is Cody Wilson in the number 9. Cody, one of the regulars here out of South Paris. Cody Wilson, a good first lap, 10.758, throws him 4th fastest. And a little bit better, but not quite enough. Cody Wilson clocks in 2nd fastest at a 10.698. That bumps Adam Jocelyn out of the top 8. Avery Bean now the driver on the bubble, as Doug Sturley takes his first lap around. Doug, the long hauler today, coming up from Hepzibah, Georgia. Probably butchered that one pretty well, but Doug rolling all the way up from Georgia to race with us today. First lap, 8th best, 10.785. Second lap, notches one more position with a 10.771. So Sturley comes in 7th fastest. That knocks Avery Bean out of the top 8. Howard Stockwell, now your bubble driver, in the 8th position. Tyler Gilley next to take time in the number 39. Tyler from Hamden, Maine. Tyler Gilley's first lap, a 10.818. Still on the outside looking in. He's got to do a little bit better to crack that top 8. And he does just that. 10.713 puts Tyler Gilley 4th fastest. Nobody yet to knock Josh Bath off the top of the heap. But Howard Stockwell gets knocked out of the top 8. Doug Sturley, the Georgia driver, now on the bubble. Next up, the number 35 of Josh Morrison. Morrison joining us from Ashford, Connecticut. Morrison 14th fastest, 10.883. Next lap puts him 10th fastest, not able to crack the top 8. So Morrison will go to the heat races. Those top 2 drivers, Josh Bath and Cody Wilson, separated by just 9 one-thousandths of a second. Next up, the number 1 of Mike Anderson. Mr. Anderson visiting us from Brooklyn, Connecticut. Anderson's first lap, it puts him 5th fastest, 10.737. Can he do better on the second? Yes, he does. Mike Anderson puts cart number 1 in position number 1. 10.607, besting Josh Bath by 82 one-hundredths of a second. Next up, the 11 of Dustin Gagne out of Warren, Rhode Island, finished 4th in this race last season. His first lap cracks the top 8 with a 10.718, puts him 6th fastest. And almost catches Anderson, but manages 2nd place. Dustin Gagne in car number 11 comes in 2nd fastest with a 10.638. That will knock Ryan Roof out of the top 8. Stephen Roulet is on the bubble now in the number 18 as our next competitor is on the track to take time. That 15X of Tim Sullivan out of South Windsor, Connecticut. Bobby Timmons gives him the white flag one more time around. Sullivan's first lap, 3rd fastest. 10.638, actually identical time to Dustin Gagne. And Tim Sullivan's 2nd lap puts him on top with a 10.545. Knocking everybody down another notch. Tim Sullivan at the top of the sheet. That puts Daryl Morse on the bubble in the number 10. That's one, this is two. Next up, the number 23 of Ben Morrison out of Ashford, Connecticut. Ben's first lap, 18th fastest. Second lap, not much better, puts him 14th fastest with a 10.790. Not able to translate his practice speed to a run at the top 8. So Daryl Morse remains on the bubble in the number 10. As the next one to take time, Mike Perry out of Dighton, Massachusetts in the number 26. Perry's first lap will come in. 9th fastest, just on the outside looking in still, 10.761. And second lap, much better. Mike Perry clocks in with a 10.603 to put him second fastest. So it's Tim Sullivan at the top, Mike Perry second, Mike Anderson third, Dustin Gagne fourth, and Josh Bath fifth. Your bubble driver now, Tyler Gilly in the 39, as the number 41, Nick Haddon out of Vernon, Connecticut, Haddon's first lap is a good one, puts him inside the top 5, 10.760. Looking smooth and getting a checkered flag, moves up one more spot to 4th fastest, 10.613. That bumps Tyler Gilly out of the top 8. Brandon Teasy is the driver that's on the bubble now, as the next one to take time is the number 80 of TJ Reed out of Carlisle, Pennsylvania. White flag flies, first lap will go in the books for TJ Reed, clocks in 6th fastest. TJ Reed, a good lap, throws down a 10.568. That puts him second fastest. That knocks Brandon Teasy out of the running. Cody Wilson, now your bubble driver in the number 9. Next up, the number 24, Ryan Borges from Rutland, Massachusetts. Ryan's first lap, a good one, comes in at a 10.634, puts him 6th fastest. And the second lap, even better, 10.568, identical time to TJ Reed. Puts Reed and Borges tied for the second best time. Next up is the number 46 of Brian Sullivan out of Tolan, Connecticut. He was the winner of this race last year. And he was also the fastest in final practice today. He is already second fastest on his first lap. And he leaps over Tim Sullivan to take the lead, 10.371. He bests the second place car by .174. All right, all your qualifiers are in. Your top 8 are Brian Sullivan, Tim Sullivan, Brian Sullivan in the 46, Tim Sullivan in the 15X, TJ Reed in the 80, Ryan Borges in the number 24, Mike Perry in the number 26, Mike Anderson in the 1, Nick Haddon in the 41X, and Dustin Gagney in the number 11. Those are your top 8 drivers. They are going straight to the A main, but they will be subject to a redraw out here on the front stretch. Junior box stocks are on the track. They'll have a 15-lap feature this afternoon. We've got the number 14 of Wyatt Roy, the number 10 of Beckham Roussel, Bentley Tarr in the number 18. Your most recent winner is Hudson Childs in the number 1. Number 27 is driven by Chase Rideout. And a couple others will fill in here in a moment. Bentley Tarr, we told you, in the number 18. That's Johnny Doucette in the number 28. As we got a car heading through the infield, that's the number 27 of Chase Rideout. Get the rewards for participation, but as I said, at this level, it's more about learning how to control these carts and watching for the flags, and off we go once again. Back to the original starting lineup. Beckham Roussel leading the way in the number 10. Being chased by the number 14 of Wyatt Roy. Bentley Tarr holding down the 3rd position. Johnny Doucette has moved up into 4th. As he said, Hudson Childs coming off the win in the number 1. Just about to hit halfway. They're 8 laps or 7 laps in. Beckham Roussel stretching out that advantage, and a lot of racing going on back behind. Hudson Childs and Johnny Doucette mixing it up down the backstretch. They'll go 5 to go this time by the stripe. Couple carts tangling off of turn 4. That's the number 18 of Bentley Tarr along with Hudson Childs in the 1. And as always, want to make sure we give a big thanks to all the people who volunteer their time and give their time to be here to help Deb and Steve build up this facility. Great work in just their 2nd year of operation. Inside the final 5 now. Johnny Doucette leading the way, but here comes Beckham Roussel back to the inside, and the number 10 retakes the lead. Doucette with a crossover down the backstretch, but Roussel closes the door. Next time by, they'll get 2 laps to go. White flag flies one more time around. Johnny Doucette will storm out of turn number 4 and get the checkered flag with a caution flag waving as well there for a spin in turn 1. These are your junior sportsmen. Roddy Romano leads the way in the number 78 with Max Parlin in the number 26. Big scramble into turn number 1. Out comes the number 88 as well. That's Dylan Anderson, another one of the most recent winners. Welker Reynolds in the number 7. Romano has been shuffled back to 4th. Then comes the 11 of Austin Spencer. These are the junior sportsmen. Dylan Anderson putting the pressure on the leader. A little bump and run through turn 3 and 4. Max Parlin up to the challenge. Anderson will stay right there with him. Peeks to the inside on the back chute. Welker Reynolds says, that looks like fun. Let me get involved in this. He jumps in there to challenge the lead pair and pull to the inside of Anderson. Welker Reynolds takes over second. Reynolds the fastest on the track, now chasing down Max Parlin. Anderson reloading for another try. Get the tires off the lip of the track just a little bit, but hangs on. Inside, they'll get 3 laps to go this time by. Contact in turn 2, and nice save by Reynolds in the 7 and Anderson in the 88. 2 to go this time by. Some good fierce action up front by that lead trio. Roddy Romano leads the next group with a white flag and 1 to go. A little bit of breathing room now for Welker Reynolds in the number 7. Final time through 3 and 4. Checkered flag is ready. Reynolds gets the win. Dylan Anderson second. Max Parlin close by in third. Right, these are the Masters champs. "35 years and up for the drivers who run in this division. Joe Bell is in the number 97. Scott Lister in the 93. Steve Bryers in the 24. Dave Lambert in the number 95. Rick Vance is in the 4. 10-lap heat. And a green flag is out. 3 wide in the back of the pack, but Joe Bell jumps out to a big lead already in the 97. They'll stay 3 wide mid-pack. One guy running out of real estate and loops it on, coming out of turn 2, able to drive away, but, well, now he gets it kind of hung up in the dirt. Did get 1 lap in the books on this one out of this 10-lap heat race, so they'll go back at it here. So Joe Bell again back out to a big lead in the number 97X. Joe Bell continuing to knock down fast laps each time by and stretch out his advantage now to a full straightaway over Dave Lambert in the 95. Two laps to go. The interval is now still nearly a full straightaway with the white flag out. Final time out of turn 4, checkered flag flies. And Joe Bell makes easy work of the heat race. He'll pick up the win. Appreciate all you guys joining us. The card's getting fired up for heat number 1. We will transfer the top 4 from each of these heat races straight to the main event. The rest will have to run additional qualifying races to try for that one and only final spot at the tail end of the 21 kart starting field. Josh Bath will lead the first group onto the track. Tyler Gilly is in the number 39. The number 76 of Cody Bodwell, or check that, Ryan Roof in that black number 76. Everybody tightening up for the restart, or for the start of this one. It'll be a 15-lap heat race. Josh Morrison in the 35, Josh Bickford in the 48, Ryan Roof in the 76, Jonathan Vargas in the 7, Adam Jocelyn in the 83, Mike Ramsey in the 2, and Stan Thompson in the 41. We are off and running in heat number 1. Slip up by Josh Bath gives up the bottom side. Roof almost jumped in there to take it. Now Josh Bath settling in that number 5. Roof second, couple kart lengths back. Gilly third in the number 39. Then comes the 35 of Josh Morrison. Half a straightaway back to a side-by-side battle for the 5th position. Remember, top 4 in this one transfer straight to the A main. So a lot of work's got to be done by that number 83 of Adam Jocelyn. .48 of Josh Bickford trying to push him along as they start to lose touch with that lead pack of karts. Now each of these positions in this heat race are 3 positions in the starting field. The winner of this one will start 9th in the main event. Whoever comes in second in this one will start 12th. So each of these spots on the track in this heat were 3 positions on the track in the starting field. Five laps to go this time by. It looks like it's coming down to these 4 drivers up front. Does any one of them really want to push the issue? Just run a smooth final 5 laps and you're locked into the main event. This time by, 2 laps to go. Josh Bath, Ryan Roof, Tyler Gilly, and Josh Morrison. Morrison looking low in the 35, doesn't want to push the issue. Just one more clean lap and all 4 of these guys are in the main event. Gilly looks to the inside in the final turn. That's worth 3 positions in the starting field. Josh Bath will get the win. Tyler Gilly second, Ryan Roof third, Josh Morrison fourth. Heat number 2. This one is Cody Wilson in the number 9, Doug Sturley in the number 3. Daryl Morse is in the 10, Ben Morrison in the 23, Nate Fogg is in the number 14, David Goley in the 25, Willie Pelot in the number 13P, Adrian Berry in the 53, and Cody Bodwell, shotgun on the field in the number 73. All clear in turn 4. Green flag is out from Bobby Timmons and we're off and running. Everybody packed up tight down the back chute to turn 3. Out comes Cody Wilson with the lead. Doug Sturley keeping pace in second. Then Morrison moves up to the 3rd spot. David Goldie has moved up into the 4th position. That's the final transfer spot. Daryl Morse pressuring in the 10. Daryl Morse started up front in this one. Outside looking in right now, but ready to make his move. Pulls to the inside to take over 4th. Daryl Morse back in the picture. Takes it over from David Goley. Nobody touching Cody Wilson in that number 9. Comfortable lead. A switch for second moves the 23 of Ben Morrison up a spot. And a spin down the backstretch. Log up to 5th. Adrian Berry 6th on this restart. Turn them loose next time around. We've got 5 laps down, 10 laps to go. Early going on this one. So far, Cody Wilson not challenged too badly. Wilson smooth out of turn 2, but Sturley is right there with him on the outside. Strong pass on the outside to take over the lead. Doug Sturley, the driver from Georgia in the number 3, has moved into the lead, puts Cody Wilson back to second. Ben Morrison third. Willie Pelot still holding down the 4th. Pelot is now up into 3rd. Side-by-side battle for 4th. Morrison trying to protect it in the 23. To go this time by the stripe. For the number 3 of Doug Sturley. All the way from Hepzibah, Georgia. Willie Pelot Pilot started to gain some ground on that lead pair too. Looks to the inside out of turn 4. 13 now ready to make his move. Comes up to second, puts Wilson back to third. Again, every spot in this heat race is worth 3 positions in the starting lineup. A tangle in turn 1 and 2. White flag is out and 1 to go. Final time out of turn 4. Checkers ready to fly. Sturley takes the win. Morrison second. Wilson is third. Pilot hangs on for fourth. Number 16, Brandon Teasy is at the point. Stephen Roulet in the number 18. Howard Stockwell in the 96. Avery Bean is in the 77. John Diotti in the number 26, 28X that is. Kyle Lorraine in the 76. Darren Miranda in the 13. And James Doucette outside of row number 4. Bobby Timmons checks him over from the flag stand, and the green is out. Heat number 3 is underway. Brandon Teasy with the lead gets a good angle into turn 3. '96 of Howard Stockwell moves into the second position, that is. Then comes Stephen Roulet. He's being chased by the 77 of Avery Bean. Bean was the first driver in time trials and looking to race his way into the main event. Unchallenged to this point. Stockwell holding down second, a side-by-side run for third. Avery Bean able to jump up one more spot, take that one away from Roulet. Got a good distance back to the 5th place car, so Roulet can stay right there and race his way in. Takes a look around to see if he's got anybody nearby. Stockwell just turned the fast lap of the heat race. Time is winding down. 6 laps to go. Inside the final 5. No challenge up front for the 16 of Brandon Teasy. Brandon up from Johnston, Rhode Island this afternoon. Nate a little bit too close over there on this start in turn 4. And all mayhem is breaking loose. See if Nate takes a step back this time. Green flag is out. And Teasy back in charge. Brings the 77 of Bean with him up in a second. A couple more tangling in the back of the field. Stockwell will take a swing at him again on the outside. Teasy gets a good jump again. Brings the 77 with him up in a second, just like last time. Stockwell back into third. The race is for fourth, and a couple carts tangle on the backstretch. This time locked together out of turn 2. Once again, Brandon Teasy, third straight time, shakes off the early challenge. Howard Stockwell maintains second this time. Shuffles the 77 of Avery Bean back to third. Fourth place still held by Stephen Roulet. 2 laps to go this time. White flag one more time around. And a side-by-side race for second. Avery Bean tried to get it away, nearly gave up the third spot, but up front and in charge, Brandon Teasy takes the win. Howard Stockwell second. Avery Bean third. Stephen Roulet holds on for third. Had his microphone shut off. I got you back on here, Brandon. Double microphones up here in the booth so we can get it all on film as well. Doug Churchill back in the flag stand, gives them the green, and we're underway. And a tall order for the rest of the pack as looks like Max Parlin gets looped on the backstretch. Back to the original starting lineup, except Max Parlin to the back as we get the green flag and back underway. Taylor drags them all down to turn 3 and 4, comes out with a comfortable lead as they scramble behind him for position. The 13, I don't have a name on the 13. I'll try to dig that up for you here. Got Darren Miranda listed in that number 13. Max Parlin on the move in the 26, had to restart last, has picked off a couple spots and moved into second as he's about 0.8 of a second behind Adam Taylor. 5 laps to go. This is a 10-lap heat race to go along with their feature a little bit later on. Passing flag out on the 39 of Landon Witten. Just letting them know the leaders are coming through. Hold your lane. 2 laps to go. That interval remains just a tick under a second. Witten spins it over in turn 4, but able to get going, but the caution already out. Adam Taylor unchallenged to this point in the number 8, but Max Parlin has been steady competition for him this year. They'll get the green. Parlin overpowers him into turn number 1. Taylor fights back on the inside, but can't quite hold him off. Max Parlin comes out and turn 4 with the lead with 2 laps to go. And pulls away a couple lengths already on the number 8. White flag one more time around. Parker Doucette giving chase in the number 3, but just has to sit back and watch. Max Parlin takes the win, Adam Taylor second. Doucette will take third. Cards crossed over and ready to go. Doug Churchill says we're going to go racing next time around. Jackson Corbeau and Jacoby Newton ready to get this one underway. Trouble right from the start. Zoe Creamer jumped out of line, tried to tuck it back in line, ended up collecting the pole car of Jackson Corbeau. Everybody bumping and banging, getting in the line and ready to go on this restart. Back to the original starting lineup. Green flag is out. This time it looks good. Jacoby Newton got a good jump, but 3 wide onto the front stretch. And a tight squeeze, and out comes the 4 of Rex Reynolds from the back of the pack, and into the lead. Jocelyn Day is in the second spot. Jackson Corbeau side by side with the 8, back where they started on the front row, Jacoby Newton. Zoe Creamer in the mix as well. Creamer moves up into 4th. Newton back to 5th now. Here comes Bubby Alley in the 31 up to challenge. That'll shuffle the 8 back another position. Rex Reynolds just turned the fast lap. 12.136 seconds. Full straightaway lead for the number 4 of Rex Reynolds. Jocelyn Day all alone in second. The race is for third. Jackson Corbeau has got the spot. Pressured by Zoe Creamer in the 47 and Bobby Alley in the 31. Halfway, 10 down, 10 to go. Off turn 4 goes the 47 of Zoe Creamer. They had been locked in a tight battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. We are ready to get back underway here. Green flag is back out. Rex Reynolds gets the 4 card back in front, back in charge. Jocelyn Day trying to keep pace in the 37. Jackson Corbeau hustling up the inside rail in the 23. Couple cards tangled behind, but everyone able to drive away. Here goes Corbeau in the 23, grabs that 3rd spot away from Jacoby Newton. This time by 5 laps to go in our 20-lap feature for the junior. Oh, these are the regular box stocks. Yes, I got to keep up here. The Troy Morse Trucking box stocks. Popsicle sticks are up and 2 laps to go now for Rex Reynolds. That lead up to over a 1.5 seconds now over Jocelyn Day. White flag, 1 more to go. Jackson Corbeau pretty quick, turns his best lap of the race and closing up ground on Jocelyn Day. Rex Reynolds will take the win. And Jocelyn Day holds on for 2nd. Jackson Corbeau takes 3rd. Jacoby Newton 4th. Zoe Creamer 5th. Sportsman feature. This is a 25-lapper, and your lineup has Welker Reynolds and the number 7. Then your number 88, one of your most recent winners, Dylan Anderson in the 99. Max Parlin, always strong in that red number 26. He'll start in 3rd. Rowdy Romano outside in the number 78. And Austin Spencer in the 11 fills out your field here for the Junior Sportsman Division. Sponsored by Reno Excavation. Dylan Anderson still showing the way in the number 88. Chased close by Welker Reynolds in the 7. Max Parlin had the fast lap of the race last time, chasing down that lead pair. Parlin looked to the inside, but settled it back in behind the 7. Spin up to the top of turn 2. That is Rowdy Romano. Just as Welker Reynolds was trying to make a run for the lead. Close quarters down the back chute to turn 3. Parlin almost paid the price. Hangs onto it nicely, though. Settles into third, has to regroup and try to chase down that lead pair. Dylan Anderson back in charge. Takes a couple laps for Welker Reynolds to come to life. Right in the wake of that number 88, closes in just a little bit each time. Reynolds now within a kart length. Little bit of a slip from Anderson, that's all it takes. Welker Reynolds right there to capitalize. Takes the lead out of turn 4. Anderson, not to be deterred, settles it into second. Holding off Max Parlin. Good 3-car battle for the lead. These are 3 of the young stars that another couple of years down the road will be hopefully turning laps with the senior champs. They're turning nearly identical lap times here in this junior sportsman division. Down under 11 seconds. Welker Reynolds being chased by the 88. Dylan Anderson with 10 laps to go. Anderson reloading for a charge now on that number 7. Parlin waits in third. Don't count him out. Oh, that happens at Wisconsin all the time with the earpiece, too. You got to turn it up to one person, and the next person drills a hole in your head. 17 complete will make it 18 by the line this time. Anderson has taken a couple shots at Reynolds in that number 7, but again, a little bit of a shake up there in turn 2. Loses some ground for the 88. No late race move from Parlin yet in that 8 at 26 with 5 laps to go. Parlin actually starting to slip back away from that lead pair just a little bit. Going to come down to 2 racers, but again, Anderson, little shaky through turn 2. This time by 2 laps to go on the number 7. White laundry flies, 1 more to go. Nope, checkered flag. I was behind a lap. Welker Reynolds was not, though. He races his way to the win in the number 7. We are off and running here for the Masters Champ Karts. Joe Bell was dominant in the heat race. Can he translate that to a feature win today? So far, so good with an early lead. Dave Lambert second in the 95. Steve Breyer third in the number 24. Scott Lister's in the 93. Rick Vance is in the 4. This is a 25-lap feature for the Masters champs. And already, Joe Bell is stretched out to almost a 1.5-second lead over Dave Lambert. Something dragging on the 4 of Rick Vance. Race control keeping an eye on that, and they are black flagging the 4. Laps complete that time by in this 25-lap feature. Your senior champ B main will be coming out after the intermission, where one final driver will race his way into the main event tonight. Joe Bell, a full straightaway cushion now, 2.5 seconds over Dave Lambert. Lambert's going to have his hands full in a moment. The 24 car of Steve Breyer closing up. Breyer now looking inside as we head into the final 10 laps. Closest battle is that one for second and third. Side by side on the front stretch now. Breyer, he's got the preferred lane, takes over second. That's going to shuffle Lambert back into third. Joe Bell making easy work of this one, a 3-second lead now over Steve Breyer. This one going by quickly. 2 laps to go now on Joe Bell. Then comes the 24 of Steve Breyer. Dave Lambert running third. And one more time around for the 97. And the checkers await. Joe Bell will take the win, making easy work of this one tonight in the Masters Champ Carts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, ready to get back underway, and it is time for the last chance qualifier, the creature feature, the hooligan race, whatever you want to call it. Only one driver will transfer out of this race to the main event. So starting up front is important. 13 drivers answering the bell here for the last chance race. Adam Jocelyn in the 83, followed by Adrian Berry in the 53. John Diotti in the number 28X, that is. Josh Bickford in the 48. Nate Fogg in the 14. Darren Miranda in the 13. David Goli in the 25. Jonathan Vargas in the 7, Kyle Lorraine in the 76, Mike Ramsey in the 2, Daryl Morse in the 10, James Doucette in the number 28, and Cody Bodwell in the number 73. Bobby Timmons back up on the flag stand, ready to go, all clear. All clear in turn 4, ready to turn them loose. Green flag is out. We're underway, and they scramble 3 wide down into turn 1. Adam Jocelyn leading the way. And we got some carts together on the backstretch. Someone headed down pit road. Everybody keep going, so no need to throw any. Well, now there is. The 7 stopped right in the middle of turn 3. That could have been bad. Adam Jocelyn and Adrian Barry up on the front row, and here they go. Green flag is back out. Everyone shuffling down the back chute to turn 3. Jocelyn comes out with the lead. They're scrambling behind him. Barry holding second, then the 46 of Josh Bickford. 1 transfer spot remains out of this race. 25 laps to figure it out. Nobody making any ground through the field yet. Spin over there out of turn 4. Sends one guy up on his lid and a couple more spinning sideways. We'll go red flag as the track is blocked out of turn 4. Nate sent it right there to get one of the carts back on all 4 wheels. Back underway. Green is out. 48 sticks a nose underneath, but Jocelyn up to the challenge, shakes it off and takes out with a lead of a couple cart lengths now on the front stretch. 48 of Adrian, check that, Josh Bickford in the 48 has moved up in the second. David Goley on the move as well in the 25. He's moved up to third and shuffled the 53 of Adrian Barry back to fourth. Pressure starting to ratchet up a bit back behind the leaders. We got a couple more spinning down the backstretch. Daryl Morse in the 10, got a couple more there to the infield. Adam Jocelyn. This time the 25 of Goley moves up to challenge. Crossed over in the 48 of Bickford. Back into second. Josh Bickford and David Goley back and forth for second and third. Both of them trying to chase down Adam Jocelyn. Here comes Bickford on the inside. He got it in the grass. Nice save in the 48. Hangs on to the lead, brings Goley with him up in a second. Jocelyn reloads now in the 83. Remember, one driver transfers out of this race. The rest just get to say they were here. Three-car breakaway. Here comes Goley on the inside. David Goley takes over the lead, turning the fastest lap of the race. Halfway this time. Jocelyn coming back to retake second. In the meantime, Goley starting to drive away from the pack. David Goley from Loudon, New Hampshire. Picked up a win here last week. Gets it out in the dirt. That's going to bring Jocelyn a little closer. Jocelyn right to the back bumper. Looks to the inside out of turn 4. Adam Jocelyn retakes the lead. Laps winding down, 8 to go. Here comes Goley back to the inside. Bickford comes into the picture. Back and forth they go. One transfer spot is left. Which one of these 3 drivers is going to get it? This time by 5 laps to go. Is it Goley? Is it Bickford? Is it Jocelyn? Adam Jocelyn retakes second. David Goley with his biggest lead of the race. 2 laps to go this time by. White laundry flies. David Goley, 1 more lap around. Jocelyn will make a stab at it, but it'll run out of time. David Goley takes the win. Max Parlin grabbing the lead away from Adam Taylor. Parlin turned the fast lap, 11.168 seconds. Max Parlin running away with this one will complete lap 8 that time by. Nearly a full straightaway up on Adam Taylor, 2.3 second lead. Max Parlin carefully picking his way by the lap traffic. Now Adam Taylor's got to deal with it at 39. He's able to get by. Parker Doucette is your third place card, and he's just a little over straightaway ahead of your leader. passing flag working on the 39, and as we said, Max Parlin closing in on the third place cart. 5 laps to go on your race leader in that red number 26. Spin out of turn 2. That'll bring out the caution as the 39 of Landon Witten loops it out of turn 2, and that'll close up that gap between Parlin and Taylor. Ready for the restart. 20 out of 25 complete. Green flag is back out, and we're off and running once again. Still got a pretty close battle for the second spot with 2 laps to go now. White flag and 1 lap to go for Max Parlin. Dominant run today for the number 26. Checkered flag, ready to fly. Max Parlin will take the win. Drivers are ready. Are you fans ready? On the count of 3, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Drivers, start your carts. Time to cross the cars and get ready to race. Let's do a wave-off lap this time by. Drivers are set to go racing. We hope you guys are ready too. The DKR 50 is coming up next. Let's see you guys over in turn 1 and 2. Wave off your favorite drivers. Send them off with best wishes for a safe and successful race. Warning lights are off. Bobby Timmons up on the flag stand, ready to let them loose. Winding them up, and here they come. The DKR 50 is underway. We are off and running. Everybody scrambling into turn number 1. And out comes the 15 with the lead, Tim Sullivan. Sullivan pulling away a little bit. Then comes the number 45, 46. Brian Sullivan. Brothers going at it for the lead up front. Then comes the third place cart. Dustin Gagney in the 11. Mike Perry in the 26. A lot of guys scrambling back in the pack, so they are not the last one in line because it won't take long for those leaders to catch them. Big scramble out of turn 2. That's Josh Bath in the number 5. The Sullivans still 1 and 2. Howard Stockwell has moved up into the 3rd spot, but gives it back now. issue there in scoring, but everything's settled down now. Here comes your lead pair onto the front stretch. And we've got a lead change as Brian Sullivan takes over the lead. Tim Sullivan shuffled back to second. Third place held still by the number 1 of Mike Anderson. He's moved up from 8th now into 3rd. Sullivan in the number 1 is on the move, fastest lap of the race with a 10.47. Faster than any. Got a spin on the backstretch. That'll bring out the first caution of the race. The 5 of Josh Bath. All set to go. We'll go green next time around. Ryan Borges, your 4th place cart in the 24. Mike Perry 5th in the 26. Looking good up front. Green flag is out. Wheel to wheel once again down the back chute. Everyone's staying in line right now, side by side, double file, all the way through the field. Tim Sullivan back in charge. Trouble on the backstretch. A couple of carts into the wall. "16 complete, ready to get back at it. Green flag is back out. Sullivan's going back at it once again. Brian nearly took it away. Tim comes back on the inside. Number 1 up the inside rail, Mike Anderson. In good position to take over second. And there, we got a few of them rolling over on the backstretch. Good to see all the safety gear doing its job to protect our drivers. Tough wait for their night to end. Here they come once again. Green flag is back out. Good jump from the inside lane that time. Bad jump on the outside. That brings the 1 of Anderson up into second. Mike Anderson started 8th, and he has taken the lead away from Tim Sullivan. Sullivan bringing it back on the inside. "26 of Mike Perry, looking a little racy too, and the 26 looks to the inside. Single file down the back chute. Everybody chasing that number 1. One lap away from the halfway bonus money put up by Kennebec Equipment Rental. The $100 halfway leader bonus will go to Mike Anderson. Things starting to break apart in that line on the backstretch, mid-pack. The number 80 is on the move, TJ Reed. Reed moves up into the 4th position now. breakaway up to the head of the pack. Brian Sullivan in the 46 had a share of the lead early in this one, but he has faded back into the 9th position just after halfway. 3 wide onto the backstretch, and that's a race for 4th. Here comes the 15 of Tim Sullivan, has reclaimed 2nd. Caution flies as we've got one that is spun off the edge of the track. 16 laps to go. Green flag is out. We are back underway. It is heading for crunch time. They're starting to stack up the money. Who is going to take it? Everybody chasing Mike Anderson. Tim Sullivan right there with him down to turn 3. Little bit of a slip out of the 15. Look, had a run going to look to the inside. He may be in danger of losing that spot. Perry looking inside in the 26. Side by side for 2nd. Ryan Borges sticking the nose of the 24 in there as well. Sullivan in uncharted territory outside the top 3 now. Here comes the 26 of Perry with 10 laps to go. Mike Perry has been patiently waiting. Anderson staying right there with him in 2nd. Sullivan has faded back a little bit in the 3rd spot. Mike Perry running a smart and patient race. Started in 5th. Took the lead with 10 laps to go. Anderson is going to make him earn it. Don't count out that 15 of Sullivan as well. Tim Sullivan coming back with 5 laps to go. On the move, that's Nick Haddon. He gets into the top 5 for the first time, looking perhaps for 4th, but time is running out. 2 laps to go. Mike Perry. White laundry ready to fly. One more time around. Smooth and solid. Does anyone have a last-minute charge? No, they don't. Checkers are up. Perry takes the big win. Couple carts tangling across the finish line. Mike Perry with the win. Mike Anderson 2nd. Tim Sullivan 3rd. Dustin Gagne finishes in 4th. Nick Haddon 5th. Ryan Borges 6th. TJ Reed 7th. Avery Bean is 8th. Brandon Teasy is 9th. And Josh Morrison.
Well, we're here with today's winner, and we're going to call him one of the best kart racers in all of New England. A name synonymous, and through our stock car drivers, we hear a guy by the name of Jeff Taylor, Dale Shaw, work behind the scenes to help a lot of other guys find success. You do the same thing in the go-kart world. And you know, you help a lot of guys find victory lane, but talk how big this race is to you to finally win it. I mean, it's only been 2 years, but this is a big one.
Yeah, it's a big one. If you told me I had a shot at it today, I mean, like, I would say, I was even surprised when I did that time. Didn't really make it. I made one slight change to the feature, and I don't know, it just woke up the last feature. So I'm still missing something. Still not happy with it. We'll get it better. That way I can relay the message to my customers and get that better.
Well, you're taking home over $5,000 tonight, so that ought to make you sleep a little better and make you a little happier.
Yeah, I need to afford a hotel room.
Yeah, you won't have to sleep in the back of the truck, but great job. You do a great job behind the scenes, but promoting events like this and bringing guys from all over New England and helping guys from New York and Pennsylvania and encourage them to come out to try this event out. And I appreciate what you do behind the scenes, but talk about the people that help you get to events like this.
I got to thank my grandfather and Mike Rose for hard. Great thing coming up for them. Wouldn't be doing this stuff. I got to thank Trick Olympic Racing Chassis. Everybody looks for home. I got something. Power Max Racing Engines, awesome power. Kevin Noble with the tires. JPM with the clutches. Duraflex race car bodies. My grandmother. Petrus Excavating, B&M Maintenance, and Lynn's Propane. I also got have a big thank you to you, Derek and Training and Builders for putting this event on. This is awesome. Hopefully we can keep growing this, you know, maybe get it over the weekend.
Well, maybe we'll do another one on a big weekend, but thank you to you, and listen, what a great event you guys put on. Everybody was on the edge of their seats, and what a great event, and congratulations to you winning the second annual GKR 50 presented by J&M Builders. So congratulations, Mike Perry, RPM Motorsports, number 26.